The Moon is Earth's only natural satellite and is about 1/4 the size of Earth. It is located at an average distance of 238,855 miles, 384,400 kilometers, from Earth. The Moon's gravity is about 1/6 that of Earth's, meaning you would weigh much less on the Moon. The Moon orbits Earth in about 27.3 days, which is known as a sidereal month. The Moon's rotation period is the same as its orbital period, which results in the same side always facing Earth. This is known as tidal locking. The near side of the Moon, which faces Earth, has large, dark plains called maria, which are basaltic volcanic rock formations. The far side of the Moon, often mistakenly called the dark side, is never visible from Earth and has more craters and less maria. The Moon has no atmosphere, which means there is no weather or wind, and it experiences extreme temperature fluctuations, from -280 degrees Fahrenheit -173 degrees Celsius at night to 260 degrees Fahrenheit 127 degrees Celsius during the day. The Moon's surface is covered with fine, powdery dust called regolith, created by millions of years of meteoroid impacts. The Moon's surface has over 500,000 craters, most of which are small, but the largest, South Pole Aitken Basin, is about 1,550 miles, 2,500 kilometers, wide. The first humans to set foot on the Moon were Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin during the Apollo 11 mission in 1969. The Moon has no liquid water on its surface, but scientists have discovered evidence of water ice in shadowed craters at the poles. The Moon's gravity causes ocean tides on Earth, as it pulls on the Earth's oceans, creating high and low tides. The Moon's surface is constantly being bombarded by small meteoroids, which creates micrometeorite impacts that wear down its surface. The Moon has no magnetic field of its own, but remnants of magnetic fields have been detected in some of its rocks. The Moon was likely formed about 4.5 billion years ago after a Mars-sized object, often called Theia, collided with Earth. The Moon's atmosphere, called an exosphere, is extremely thin and consists of helium, neon, and hydrogen, but it cannot support life. The Moon's crater Copernicus is one of the most prominent and easily visible craters through a telescope. The Moon has no weather patterns, so there are no clouds, rain, or wind to erode its surface, making its features very old and well preserved. The Apollo missions returned about 842 pounds, 382 kilograms, of lunar rock and soil samples to Earth for scientific study. The Moon's gravitational pull is responsible for the phenomenon known as lunar precession, which causes Earth's axis to wobble over time. The Moon's eclipse cycle, known as the Saros cycle, lasts about 18 years, during which time the positions of the Sun, Earth, and Moon align in nearly identical ways, causing repeatable eclipses. The Moon has no significant atmosphere to protect it from the Sun's radiation, so the lunar surface is subjected to intense solar winds. A supermoon occurs when the Moon is closest to Earth in its elliptical orbit, making it appear larger and brighter than usual. The Moon experiences moonquakes, which are caused by tidal stresses from Earth's gravity, and they can be strong enough to be measured on seismographs. The Moon's average temperature is about -62 degrees Fahrenheit -52 degrees Celsius, but temperatures vary greatly depending on the time of day and location. The Moon does not produce its own light. It reflects light from the Sun, which is why it appears bright in the night sky. There is a small amount of helium-3 on the Moon's surface, a rare isotope that has potential for use in future nuclear fusion energy production. The Moon has a very low density, only about 60% that of Earth, which suggests it is made up of lighter elements such as silicates. The lunar highlands, the lighter-colored areas of the Moon, are much older than the Maria and are heavily cratered. During the Apollo 17 mission, astronaut Eugene Cernan became the last person to walk on the Moon in 1972. The Moon's appearance can vary based on its phase, from the new Moon to the full Moon, with several intermediate phases, such as the waxing crescent, first quarter, waning gibbous, and more. The Moon's orbital path around Earth is gradually moving outward at a rate of about 1.5 inches, 3.8 centimeters, per year, meaning the Moon is slowly receding from Earth over time. The Moon is often referred to as Earth's twin because they share many similarities in their composition, such as both being made of silicate rocks. The Moon has inspired countless cultures and myths throughout history, and it plays an important role in calendars, tides, and even poetry. The Moon remains an object of scientific fascination, and lunar exploration continues to shape our understanding of the solar system and space travel.